Good morning there, YouTube. We're going to have another job. Fixing to show you what we're going to be doing, but we're getting some stuff prepped. I have some very sad news to share with you. Alex, aka Alexa, has decided to go cut grass himself. And Hollywood is very disappointed in him. And so is my wife, Sarah. He has bought himself a new mower. He actually bought my old little trailer. Got him a little weed eater, and he cut his first yard the other day. And I want you to tell the viewers about your...
Cut my first couple of yards.
First couple.
But the first one...
Please tell us about your experience.
It was hot. It was a long day. I underbid the job. Definite learning experience, but this summer's for learning and paying stuff off.
Mm-hmm. So how did you underbid it? Like...
I just went off what they said the last guy paid, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't look at it hard enough. I didn't walk it. I just kind of glanced at it.
Yeah.
And my little mower, great for getting into backyards, not so great for cutting big yards.
Yeah. So, YouTube, he bought the 36, was it 36 or 34? 36-inch walk-behind version of the same one that we have. And I actually had that same one years ago, but then I sold it because it was not justifiable to have it 2 yards. And
very nimble, very quick.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a very good mower for getting in tight.
I think, for whatever reason, the 2 blades versus 3.
I may have 2 blades to give you too.
Okay.
Extras. So you're getting a bunch of freebies.
Very good. I'm getting taken care of.
Yes. I will say this. Okay. And I'm not doing it because on camera. I've been very appreciative of your hard work over the last year. And I think you will do just fine. And it is a learning experience. It's a hustle. It's a grind. You know, and most people, they don't really make it, you know, the first go around because they can't understand the business aspects of stuff. But you just kind of have to do it and just take one job at a time. And like, okay, this was a lot harder than it looked. I should have been in this price point, you know, or I didn't associate for all this material or extra little things that are going into that job.
Yeah, like it had never been etched before.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even account for the time of prepping, the time of gathering materials and all that stuff together. They just look at it and say, oh, here's materials cost and how long it's going to take me. When in reality, it probably took you 3 times the amount to get it ready for that job. So
yeah,
there's a lot of stuff in there.
Learning experience. But I feel like I learned from a pretty good resource. So
yep. Now the other thing, YouTube, I want to know what y'all think. Should Alex start his own YouTube channel? I have an idea for a name. Leave it in the comments.
Already did.
What did you do? Is that you doing? Oh, hold on.
It's me being the ditch wizard.
The ditch wizard. Ready for this? I'm thinking Horton's Adventures.
Okay.
I like it.
Awesome.
That's what we should make you and then you can do some like.
Then I can do more stuff.
Then you can do some more collab stuff.
Yeah.
And then me and Hollywood just can make fun of you.
Sure. I would not expect any.
And then what we'll do is we'll make fun of you on our channel.
Yeah.
And then have people go to your channel and then they can come back and you just.
I'll send them your way to make fun of you.
Yeah.
Actually, to help defend me from the onslaught.
It's not me. You gotta deal with Hollywood.
Yeah.
So
I gotta deal with him every day, pretty much.
He works with Hollywood every day, every third day.
We have to spend 24 hours together, and he farts. You walk into a room, you know Hollywood's been there because it smells like a fart.
A fart.
In his sleep, he farts.
He's terrible.
He got CPAP, so he doesn't snore anymore, but he farts. He still farts the same. He needs CPAP for his bungholio.
Firefighters. What do you do? So, anyway. Alright, so let me get you lined up what we're doing. We're going to be putting these rocks down in a culvert area. And we're going to head to the job site, and I'll see you there. All right there, YouTube. This is our job for the day. And as you can see, if we look down right here, this is our problem. So water flows kind of from that way, gets across, and has created this little tiny cavern. And I'm gonna stick you in here. Let's see if you can get in there. So we got to fill all this up and repack it in here, and we're gonna seal this crack up that's up here. I got some stuff to fill that in there to keep that water from going in here. And we're gonna recut this edge out, and we're gonna add a bunch of riprap. As you can see, we're gonna add a bunch of riprap around, and to help the control where Alex is sitting, that I'm gonna kind of just add a bunch of it over here and a little bit by that mailbox, just to help with the erosion control. One big issue is during heavy rains, this little culvert right here, which is probably 24 inches, maybe the 32, something like that.
Speaking of heavy rains.
Yep. It'll be all right. We'll make it. We will be a lot of overflow, so it just goes over the driveway. As you can see, it really needs two, but they're not really wanting to spend that much money on it right now. So what we need to do is prevent it from getting worse, and that is what we're doing today. I got old Alexa to help out, and we're gonna get started on this. So we're gonna use the 3038 backhoe, do some digging, and here's our material. So let's get started. So I'll get a lot of comments about my backhoe and how it's inefficient and you need a mini excavator. And for those that are kind of starting to follow this channel, I'm going to explain to you why I chose this setup. Machines now are costing just tens of thousands of dollars, and as a small business owner, I have to make the best decision when it comes to the financial side of things that helps me achieve the most work when buying and purchasing a new piece of equipment. And the reason why I went with the tractor slash backhoe setup is, one, I do a lot of tractor work. I do a lot of dirt work. So I'm using a box blade, I'm putting gravel out, I'm bush hogging, I'm cleaning up. You know, so when I purchased this tractor, I wanted to be able to continue to do that. One big aspect is I wanted to be able to have a grapple on the front to pick up the logs and debris, because I do a bunch of tree work. I am a universal, all-in-one, I do it all kind of contractor. And clients that utilize me, they just love that. They don't have to find somebody else to do a specific thing. And one big purchase I wanted to add into this was this backhoe. Is it as efficient as a mini excavator? It's pretty close. It's a little slower. I have to maneuver the tractor and put it in positions that I can be able to reach, whereas a mini excavator, I can basically drive myself around with one operator and get into different areas. I can do this with the backhoe on a tractor, but I just have to get off the platform, go on the operator's seat, move into a different position, get back on it, if I have a 2-person crew, like what Alex is doing, is he just hops on there and he moves me around. That makes it pretty simple, especially when I'm doing like trenching and stuff like that. The cost of this tractor, you know, if I were to get like a skid steer and a mini excavator, brand new, you know, a 75 horse skid steer is going to run you right, if it's open cab versus enclosed, you know, right in the 70 to 80,000 range. An open cab mini excavator, you know, like a 26 to 30 horse, you know, you're going to be in the 40 to 50 range. And spending $120,000 is a lot of overhead and a lot of payments that I just don't really want to deal with. So going with this setup, you know, a typical John Deere 3038 runs you about 32, 35 with front end loader and stuff. But when you add the grapple, the third function for it, and then add the Power Beyond kit that runs this backhoe, the backhoe, I believe by itself is around 17,000, something like that, and then doing all the hardware and labor involved in it, I got around 55K invested in this. So I basically got almost 3 machines you know, in one package deal. So I can do my tractor work, I can do my digging, and I can do my tree work by picking up stuff. And to me, that is justifiable. You know, it is an expensive piece of equipment, and I do utilize this thing over and over. I have done so much work with that backhoe, I basically paid for itself. It's a universal thing. Now, is it going to be as big as a Hyundai 210 and I can just get big giant chunkfuls of dirt and move it? No, it's a small little backhoe, but for what I do in that situation, we do a lot with it. I pull bushes, I do little stuff like what you're seeing right here, and it's justifiable for me, and I'm happy with it. I will be happy when this machine is paid off. We are halfway on that, but you know, as time progresses and jobs get bigger, yeah, I will consider getting something larger, or, you know, making things more efficient. I do it based off of my business model and what I do. You know, I do this on the side. It is a second full-time job. It's what I do to take care of the family. So I just want to throw that little tidbit in to y'all and just give you that information that don't know anything. I got a lot of keyboard warriors out here, and they just want to, you know, make fun of my little, you know, what I call a garden tractor, doing construction work. But, you know, it works for me, and I'm happy with it.
Take that rear end of it. There you go. Keep going straight back. Hold it. And then actually go. Put it in. I need to get it more attention. Good. Yeah. foot and a half full.
What?
I said, I'll be able to lift it up and lift the shelf dirt. All right, so what we're doing, YouTube, is we're backfilling the. Turn that down a little bit. So what we're doing is we're filling in down in that crevice, watching Alex fill it in there. We're going to pack it in there as best as we can to help the erosion.
lift, you want dirt where that grass is.
Probably a little bit area, but I can do something.
Yeah.
You have to look at
Oh, you're talking extra dirt? Okay. I thought you were talking extra rocks.
I'm going to put it back up.
Yeah.
All right, a little progress report. Okay, I got a little break. We did the final little cleanup. We got the weed barrier down, and that's just to help the old landscapers out. And, you know, the extra touches that make my work so much better than everybody else's. So I'm just going to put you on time lapse, and we're just going to start laying out these rocks. We're going to start from the top and just work our way down. All right.
That's what she said. Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Man, I always had stories about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5. Happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Yeah, and you can keep your 9 to 5, cause I'm happy with the simple life. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knew my name, and all my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, you can keep your 9 to 5, cause I'm happy with the simple life. Oh Lord, you can keep your 9 to 5.
there we go. I'm probably gonna need both of these tubes. Yep, definitely. I need both of them. I might be able to make it work. Maybe to make it work. I'm trying to clean this up. Hey, can you go get the other tube? It's like as soon as you open up the driver door or rear door, the rear door and driver's side. I want to make sure I put enough. Anyway, YouTube, I'm putting this here to seal the crack because all the water gets up underneath the you know, this little spout for the water runoff, whatever you want to call it, concrete, and it's just going to help keep that water from getting up underneath there and causing more issues down the line. And just a little added thing. Won't last you know, forever, but it just helps prevent it from making it. So we're gonna put some more. I got another tube on the and that'll kind of finish it up. You don't have to put it on the car part. You can just kind of record a little bit of it. Hey there, YouTube. Sorry, this other camera's about dead. Always wear safety protection.
Always wear safety protection.
That's what they say, you know.
Say don't send your soldier in a battle without a helmet on.
Yeah. Something like that.
Gentle with the hand.
It's all in the fingers.
In the what?
In the fingers.
In the what?
In the fingers.
In the what?
It's in the fingers. It's in the fingers. Right. Okay.
You're probably making a very large woman very happy with that motion.
Probably. Hey, we gotta keep this show PG there, Alex.
I didn't say anything. I said you're making a very large woman very happy.
Oh,
okay. Those are two very nice things. Being happy and being large.
Yeah.
Like you, large and in charge, right?
No. I am just the maintenance man. Remember that.
You're the glue. You're the epoxy. You're the liquid concrete.
Yep.
The concrete nails. There it is.
All right, there, YouTube. There you have it. We got this done. About 4.5 hours into it. From start to finish, plus all the extra, you know, running around and dropping stuff and getting material. You know, I probably got a good 7 hours involved in this kind of job. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this thing up. We're getting out of here. It is way past our time.
Hey, blink if you're being overworked and held hostage.
Yeah, he said something about blinking.
Help!
If you think he's ugly.
Help me!
I appreciate y'all watching, and if you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, leave a like, and tell me in the comments what you think about Alexa's YouTube channel, Horton's Adventures.
The name, should that be the name?
I don't know, you tell me. You think you should do a YouTube?
I think it should just be like Anonymous 227.
Yeah, like on the Facebooks of everybody who posts.
Yeah.
And then I'll be anonymous 9999.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all watching. Peace, guys.
Thanks for watching the Church Junkies.